Aloha and welcome to another edition of the Circles of Light at Peace Through Oneness. My name is John. I'm a minister, a life coach, and a very grateful student and teacher of A Course in Miracles, which is the spiritual teaching that has helped me more than anything else I've run across so far. And that's why I'm making these videos, because I'd like to share some of those principles with you and some of the tools that I've learned along the way that have helped me so much to maintain that state of inner peace. So thank you so much for watching. Today I want to share one of the tools that has helped me through some really dark times. But before I do that, let's bring a little light into the picture. I've already lit a candle here to signal a time to go to the sacred space. So if you have a candle wherever you are, go ahead and pause me and get it and something to light it with, and set the intention that this is sacred space for you as well. And if you don't have a candle wherever you are while you're watching this, that's okay. I'm going to share another little method to get us into the sacred space that I learned from my coach Jennifer, which I'm so grateful to her for this tool and many others that I learned with her. Go ahead and close your eyes and imagine that you have an hourglass inside of you, where the top portion of the hourglass is in your head space and the bottom portion of the hourglass is in your heart space, right where this candle is. And imagine there's beautiful golden sand filling up the top portion of the hourglass in your head space. And watch it begin to fall through the center of the hourglass, landing gracefully in the bottom half in your heart space. All of that beautiful golden sand trickling down through the center in a steady, easy flow down into the bottom of the hourglass, into your heart space. And after all of the sand lands into that space, take a nice deep breath. And know that now you have landed in your heart. And that's a great place to be if you're ever confused about something, or your monkey mind keeps going over the same details over and over and you don't know what to do. Try that little method to get you right here into your heart space and see if you can make a better decision from there. I bet you can. The other tool I want to share is one that builds upon what we talked about in the last video, episode 5, New Beginnings, where I invited you to ask Holy Spirit to help you make all of your decisions every morning. And this next one you can use whenever you're going about your day and something comes up to throw you off track, take away your peace, get you upset, stress you out, whatever the case. And it's to stop and take a breath and ask, Holy Spirit, please help me to see this differently. And if the word Holy Spirit doesn't resonate with you, or it just feels kind of funny to say that, it's not really your terminology, you can replace it with something else. Say God, say universe, say Great Spirit, say guardian angel, or ask your higher self or your inner guide. Whatever word works for you, it doesn't really matter. It's about turning off our logical brain and activating our intuition, our deep inner wisdom that we all carry in our heart. So that's what we're doing, and I just happen to use the word Holy Spirit because that's the words that are spoken in A Course in Miracles, and that's what works for me. So when you do that, I promise you an answer will come within seconds. It always has for me anyway. And I can give you an example of that from my own life. Many years ago, I was doing my best to get out of a long-term relationship that clearly was not working anymore. And one of the reasons I was having a hard time leaving is I had the belief that my partner would not be okay by himself. He was somebody that needed to be in a relationship, and if I left, what would he do? And I had all this guilt and obligation wrapped up in that. Now, it was a false belief because, of course, he would have been okay if I left. And we're all okay no matter what's going on. We all have that light within us that will guide us and get us through. But I was in the mindset at the time that that wasn't the case, that he wouldn't have been okay if I left. And there were other things involved, but that was one of the main reasons why I stayed. And as I was preparing to leave that relationship, I discovered that he was actually already in another relationship before we were officially done. And when I found that out, oh my gosh, it hit me in the heart like a sledgehammer. I was devastated. I started doing all of those negative, self-defeating comments to myself, like, what's wrong with you? You're not very good, you're not lovable, he found somebody else before you'd found somebody else, you must be a big loser that you don't have somebody and he does already, and all that stuff that we tell ourselves sometimes when we're not in the best space, when we're not in our heart space. And I luckily had been in the course for about a year, and I knew to stop, take a breath, and ask, Holy Spirit, please help me to see this differently, because I don't want to feel what I'm feeling right now. And within seconds, I got an answer. I got the answer that surprised me. And the answer was, well, you were worried about him being by himself. Guess what? He's not by himself. He has somebody else already. So you can leave with a clear conscience, with no sense of obligation or guilt that he's not going to be okay, because he's alone, because he's not alone. He's got somebody else already. And that is not a statement that I was in the mindset to think of until I asked that question. I was too busy having a pity party for myself. And when I had that answer, I felt better immediately. I thought, okay, I can do this. He'll be fine. So will I. And I trust that if you use this tool, it will help you also. And I'm not going to say that from that point on, I never was upset about that situation or the ending of that relationship ever again. No. I had a lot of work to do. I had a lot of self-reflection to do to see where in me that experience was coming from, what part I played in that experience. And I did my forgiveness work as described in A Course in Miracles, not the forgiveness that the world thinks of, but a deeper kind of forgiveness that actually makes sense. And we're now friends, that person and I. And I don't think I could have gotten there without the help of my coach and A Course in Miracles. So if you're going through a time right now that you are stuck in the mud or feeling like you've been hit in the heart with a sledgehammer, or something has come into your experience that is taking away your peace, after this video, go to my website, peacethrough-oneness.com, or check out my Facebook page, Peace Through Oneness, and learn a little bit more about me and make a call. Call me, email me, and I would love the opportunity to help you get through this tough time. I know that having a coach and having A Course in Miracles helped me through that really rough time in my life, and I'm so grateful I had both of those. So give yourself the gift, invest in yourself, invest in doing something different. You know that old saying, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, do something different. Have a coaching call and see if that can help you get through the darkness right now. I would be honored to work with you and share some of the gifts and tools that I've been given. Nothing brings me more joy. So before you let your old belief system talk you out of it, make the call, send the email, reach out. I would love to help you. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you blessings always. Namaste.